Today's talk is on how to raise your baseline level of happiness. Your baseline level of happiness basically refers to the fact that you can get a promotion at work or buy a new car or move into a new house, and then you're happy for 2-3 days, and then before you know it, you're back at your baseline. And the same also applies if you lose a loved one, or you're mourning, or you're grieving, or you're going through a challenging situation. You slowly but surely return to your baseline level of happiness. So today's talk is on how we can raise that baseline level of happiness to where we're happier more, and most of the time, okay? This is known as the hedonic treadmill. The hedonic treadmill, aka hedonic adaptation, basically means is a theory positing that people repeatedly return to their baseline level of happiness, regardless of what's going on in their lives, okay? Studies have shown that our circumstances don't really have a lot to do with how we feel and our level of happiness. So our circumstances don't determine our happiness at all, surprisingly. Each person has a happiness set point that is genetically determined. It's all a question of your genes, right? So your set point of happiness refers to your genetically determined predisposition for happiness, okay? That accounts for 50% of your happiness. The remaining 50% are divided as follows. Your actions, thoughts, and attitudes account for about 40% of the remaining 100%. And your circumstances only account for 10% of your happiness, just 10%. Okay? So how can we be more happy people? How can we raise our baseline level of happiness? We have a few tips on how to do that. Number one is give yourself permission to be human. Accept your emotions. Do not try to fight them. Do not reject them. If you're feeling down, if you're not feeling so great, just accept those emotions. Don't try to fight them, because whatever you resist persists. So just accept them, okay? Number two is find meaning and pleasure, okay? Engage in goals that you actually want to achieve and not necessarily goals that you feel obligated to do, okay? Number three is focus on the positive and be grateful. Apparently, all roads seem to lead to gratitude, okay? Write 5 things you're grateful for each and every day, and that's going to help raise your baseline level of happiness, okay? Number 4 is increase the effort that you put into your relationships. Go out to dinner with your spouse, spend more time with your kids, hang out with your parents, increase the effort that you invest in your relationships and the time and effort that you invest in them, okay? Number 5, and the last point, is be mindful of the mind-body connection, okay? Through exercise and mindfulness, right? Research has shown that exercise leads to decreased levels of depression. I'll be creating a talk next week on the wonders of exercise and how it affects our brain and our neurotransmitters next week, and I'll keep you posted. Thank you for watching.